Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. And today, I'm drinking one of my drinks again. But I'll be reviewing The Hunchback of Notre Dame Part 2. Oh, for crying out loud, another direct-to-video animated sequel? Have you reviewed enough of these? Ugh. Well, anyway, of course, as always, I do have to talk about the plot of this film. So, let's get into it, shall we? Yeah. We get to see a sort of event take place in this film, folks, which causes a character to go into action. So yeah, there's somebody out there, this musician, this person is seeking out to steal one of the bells of Notre Dame. And of course, that would become a good part of the story of this film, folks. We do get to see this traveling circus owned by the evil musician guy. And there's a character in here, folks, that's been captured by the lovely assistant. But the thing is, folks, the villain of the story does get rather greedy, of course, and the villain of the story is planning to steal one of the most famous bells in here. But of course, this female character is unwilling to help. And yeah, the thing is, the Hunchback of Notre Dame it does get rather exciting in some ways. And so yeah, this direct-to-sequel video is a solid feature, as I could say, folks. It's not a terrible film, folks, and it's by no means nowhere near as good as the first. So yeah, in my honest opinion, folks, the first film is still better. Like a typical sequel, it doesn't live up to the original. So yeah, folks, this was all in all a fairly solid film, if you ask me, folks. It wasn't too bad, really. I thought it was pretty okay, I guess you can say. We do get to see some returning characters make it up into this storyline, folks, which of course is a good thing. We do want to keep this film consistent with the first movie, and then at the same time get to see a new character. Yeah, this woman right here, she would become an important role of the overall story. And I find her to be quite likable, if you ask me, folks. I really honestly do. I actually find her to be one of my favorite characters in the entire movie. Yeah, she's charming, she's fun, and she's pretty cool in her own way. I kind of wish that she could have her own movie, I guess. And pretty cool if she had her own movie. Maybe if they made a third part to this movie, she could be the main character. That'd be pretty interesting. Have her be in a third film. Why not, folks? Disney had made lots of sequels to many of the other films anyway, so making a third part of this film doesn't seem much of a stretch. So yeah, that'd be pretty cool, I guess. And when the hell is Disney gonna make a sequel to Alice in Wonderland? Well, I guess they never will. It's too late anyways. This film has too much of a time cap anyway. Well, anyway, like I was saying, folks, this film is definitely worth watching. I've seen this film with Amazing Maddie. So, Amazing Maddie, if you're watching this review, thank you very much for watching this film with me. I highly appreciate it. I bought this film in a combo pack, folks. In some ways, the character of Notre Dame kind of reminds me of Rapunzel in some ways. Both characters were trapped in the tower for some amount of time due to someone that's very controlling. So that's pretty neat right there, folks. Oh yeah. The animation itself is pretty good, I guess. Yeah, it's not as sharp as it was in the first film, but then again, it's a direct-to-video feature, so yeah, this film definitely does not have the budget that it has from the first movie. So yeah, it's definitely cheaper than the first film, and yeah, it shows. It definitely shows. The quality of the animation is nowhere near as good as the first. But then again, the first film was a film that was definitely released in the movie theaters, and this film was just released at home. And yeah, you can definitely tell there's a difference. The voice acting is pretty solid, of course, folks. Acting isn't too bad. And as for the character designs. The character designs were pretty decent, I guess you can say. And I can also say that the writing is okay. This film is definitely not going to win any awards for anything, for that matter. It's not as good as the first. The jokes are not as good. The writing style is not as good. It's not as dramatic as the first film. So yeah, in every single way I can think of, folks, the first film is definitely better. So yeah, folks, this film isn't terrible. I mean, I've seen worse. But yeah, all in all, I can say this film was pretty okay, I guess. And I enjoyed it. I haven't seen this film more than once, so that's something right there, I guess you can say. The characters are likable, I guess, in their own little way, I suppose. Even though the jokes are not as smooth as the first, they still have his humorous moments, I guess you can say. So yeah, I kind of wish that Disney would have put more care into this movie like they did with the first. Because in some ways, I kind of felt that this was a missed opportunity in a way. This film should have been a theatrical release movie, could have been with a bigger budget and all, but oh well, it's not what it should have been. It had the potential, it could have been something much better. But yeah, I don't know, folks. This film was, I guess you can say, it was pretty solid. It's something I will recommend for anyone who has seen it because I didn't think this film was too bad. And for the music is of course nowhere near as good as the first. But for what it is, at the end of the day, I thought the music for this film was pretty okay, I guess. So yeah, the quality of the film music isn't as high as it should have been, but the composure of this film, I guess you could say, did the best it could, I guess. So yeah, folks, I can say that yeah, I recommend this film if there's a Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon that you're not really doing anything. Check this film out, I guess. It's definitely a pretty good movie, I guess. Again, I've seen worse, and yes, of course, I've seen better, obviously. So yes, there's some pretty cool scenes in this film that I did like. There's some nice scenery. Some of the camera angles are pretty cool, I guess. I like how this film was directed. So yeah, I didn't think it was a masterpiece or anything, but still worth checking out if you're a Disney fan. You can at least watch it once or twice, I guess, and just keep it in your collection. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm definitely going to keep this film in my Disney movie collection. Doesn't beat the original, but I'll still keep it in my movie collection anyway, I guess. Yeah, I should be at the beach playing some volleyball or something. And instead, I'm stuck right here reviewing direct-to-video animated features that were produced by Disney. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm in my secret base somewhere, folks. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I'm a secret agent, and I'm reviewing these movies. Oh boy. Well, anyway, folks, The Hunchback of Notre Dame Part 2, it gets an overall rating of a 6.2 out of 10. As always, thanks for watching, and take care. See ya.